Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Shovel Knight. So, first we go to the Troupple Pond. To meet the Troupple King. Who has awakened me? Mortal, dost thou need my aid? Aid me! I sense a Troupple chalice. I can fill it with magical Ichor. That's pronounced Ichor. Choose your Ichor wisely. So you have three choices. You either get the Ichor of Renewal, refills all health and magic. The Ichor of Boldness, become invincible for 10 seconds. The Ichor of Fortune, absorb nearby treasure for 60 seconds. All of these have their uses. I actually would prefer Ichor of Renewal just because it's the most technically useful, but you can get around that by just being good. Subjects! A new initiate joins us. The ceremony shall commence. Fare thee well, Shovel Knight. Return if thou hast need of my aid again. And off we go. What have I told you, people? This game is an experience. Alright, so we're not going to go ahead and turn in that music sheet yet because we don't have anything really to buy with the money we get. Let's go straight to Pridemore Keep, the lair of King Knight. For chivalry! And no, we're not going to discuss how strange it is to be called King Knight. That's just his name. Deal with it. Alright. So I'm going to show off at some point the weapon that we acquired. Whoops. Lost that gem. Down we go. Oh dear. Forgot about you. So be careful of the parapets, or whatever you would call the places that they pour the hot oil down upon you in the castle. Do you see those sparkles in that bottomless pit to our right? That is where you go for fishing. But first, let's clear the area just a bit for safety reasons, because you don't want to fish in a hostile environment. Grab it, and down we go. It's a good day for fishing. And we caught a fish. It was a goldfish, so it gave us 350 gold. You can get a couple of things, but I won't spoil what they are. Go away, flying mises. Alright, so the Orb of Boundless Potential. It bounces around, and notice how it uses some of my magic there. You recover it from enemies and digging places, but you can attack the bouncing orb with your shovel to reflect it places. Just like you can reflect many enemy attacks like I showed off with the Black Knight. Oops, if you have better timing than I do. Get rid of the mice or what are causing this problem. Alright, let's try this again. Boing! See? You don't have to kill this guy this way. But I find it amusing. Plus, there's an achievement for killing enemies with reflected projectiles. I don't think I have it yet. Not that I'm much of an achievement hunter. I'm going to demonstrate this once, but I'm not going to destroy this checkpoint. Boom. See how it cracks? Attack it a few more times, and it'll keep doing that. If the recording shows this game slowdown, I'm sorry. Sometimes when I record, it does this slowdown for a little while. It usually doesn't last very long. For some reason, it's lasting quite a bit. Alright, well, continuing forward, There it goes. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just considering if I should cancel the recording. These are actually somewhat tough enemies here in the beginning of the game because they will block your attacks from the top. But if you get underneath them after they block you from up top, they're a lot easier to hit. Alright, so you want to be careful and make sure you hit that guy so you can get up here and get that treasure. And be careful because sometimes they hide stuff behind those banners. Moving on, got our next checkpoint, and be careful of the chandeliers. They're not well hung. More slowdown. This is very unusual. On this final one, you want to jump onto it and hop up here. Alright, so apologies for the cut. I just wanted to try and fix that slowdown issue, and it seems to have fixed itself for now? I don't know, it's actually kind of confusing. So if you hop over to here, and you notice this little indentation in the wall that looks very Shovel Knight-ish, it'll take you over here. Be very careful, only to jump on the top two chandeliers. You see a special blue chest? It's our old friend Chester! In the village or out in the field, I have all the deals. You're not gonna believe what I just found in this chest. Wanna see? So what he'll do is he will find the special item that is in your area, and he will sell it to you. Because he got here first. So, I have now bought the Flare Wand. It's a wand that shoots fireballs. Watch your magic meter. So, it does exactly what it sounds like. Use up B, or up X, sorry, for me, and you'll fire a fireball. It's not very powerful, but you have a projectile now, so it can be useful. Alright, oops, nope, didn't want to do that. Yeah, be careful of the oil. Alright, hop over here, and all the way up. Oh, and you can attack on the ladder. It's hard to see because I'm surrounded by walls, but yeah, you can. You, away with you. Okay. I'm getting more slowdown. I don't know how much of this is going to show up in the recording or not. Alright, I'm back. It seems like if I pause, the slowdown goes away, so I'm going to have to start doing that. Alright, this is a room you have to be very careful of. Your first thing you want to do is to head up the ladder. You don't want to do anything else first. In that previous room, if you're not careful, you'll end up destroying the platforms you specifically need to be able to get onto the ladder. So I just kind of forego getting most of the treasure in that room so I can keep the platforms safe. I always forget which platforms you're supposed to keep safe, you see. Aha! And you break that, and you get another treasure! And then, if you wish, you can drop down here to get the checkpoint. Yeah, those horses with the lances, they always end up killing themselves. And now we have the sassiest gargoyle you've ever met. And you see that hit I just took? It almost plunged into the pit? That's what I mean. This game has a tendency to do that. Cheap hits that can... Well, not cheap hits. Hits you can obviously avoid if you are good enough to avoid them, but can instantly kill you if you're in a bad position. So, constantly keeping in good position is important in this game. And if you hop up all those rats, another secret area. Remember what I said about this game and secret areas? Everywhere. Whoops. Didn't mean to take that damage. So this is actually sort of a mini maze. See, you can fall down where there are banners placed and everything. The banners are basically there to trick you and make you fall and change your direction and that kind of thing. Away with you, wizard. So there were several things that Kickstarter supporters could get in this game. You could design enemies, you could just have your name in the credits, and various other things. By the way, I wanted to mention that if you were a Kickstarter supporter of this game, and your name is in the credits, or a name of yours, I should say, is in the credits, let me know, and we'll highlight it when the game is over. And I'll show off everybody who's a viewer who also kickstarted this game. Unfortunately, I did not. That's because I've been in a pretty dire financial situation for a while now. Alright. Use that to jump up here. And then you can just hop up and break this wall. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of little cuts in this because of that slowdown that happens randomly. So here's one of those situations that I told you where it's important to learn how to stop your down thrust. It's sort of just a room to teach you and practice kind of thing, so it's no big deal if you can't do it yet, but try and practice it a bit and see if you can get past that enemy without breaking any of the dirt below you, because that'll be a useful skill for later in the game. Alright, so another treasure area. Hop onto the platform, and you'll get another music sheet. Be careful the rats. Then just make your way back. Easy enough. And if you attack that guy, you can knock his hat off. Helmet off. I just do this because it's fun. New mechanic. Hit the book. Bounce off the book. It makes temporary platforms. Just keep doing it. Oops, went too fast because I meant to grab this. Wait! Stay thy fork, knight! I bring gifts from the Trouble King! Oh, but you can't carry anymore. Come find me again once you have a spare chalice. So if you had a spare chalice at that point, that follower of the Trouble King would give you, would fill your chalice with a specific Ichor. I don't know if it's actually a specific Ichor or a random one, but he'll fill a chalice with one of the options that you saw when you saw the Trouble King. Dig, 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 dig. And there we go. So, health full, item full. Let's go ahead and switch to the... I messed it up. Oh well, who cares. So you can't attack him from above, so you have to attack... Oops. The griffin from the front. Like this. And down he goes. And gives us chicken. The final checkpoint before King Knight. An interloper is in our midst. Begone from our throne room, knave. I'm no more an intruder than you. You aren't even a real king. Oh, but you're mistaken. The enchantress saw me for my fabulously regal self, and now all bow before me. You're not but a decadent dandy. Prepare to taste justice. Shovel justice. Silence. And now we fight the first of the Order of No Quarter, King Knight. So try and stay above him as much as you can, but watch out for that attack. He has his own dive. Oops, and be careful, that's his charge for a long strike that crosses the room. So again, keeping to the air is useful. When he does this, just wail on him from above for a while. I always just take the damage from the confetti that's falling, because it's worth it to deal the extra damage to him. And that is the end of King Knight. Not exactly the greatest member of the Order of No Quarter, but certainly someone to be ware of, just in case. And Shovel Knight rests for the night, having defeated the first member of their Order of No Quarter. Thankfully, his mind does not wander, as exhaustion takes over and a dreamless sleep. Wake up, take care of our fire, and move on. We have a village to visit. And the first lock in our way forward is now gone. And look at that! Looks like somebody has decided to attack the village. These are random sort of mini dungeons, very reminiscent of Super Mario 3. well, mini levels, I should say. They provide an extra challenge, an extra opportunity for treasure, and are just generally pretty fun. I'll be doing all of these as they show up, just because extra treasure is nice. This one was just was definitely the easiest because it's the first one you see. But now it's time to go ahead into the village. We have music sheets to give, and things to buy. Whoa, you have 3 music sheets! Magnificent! I'll take 500 gold for each. This guy must be the richest bard in the world. Wonderful! Let's see here. Oh, you found the decadent dandy! You wouldn't believe how many revisions King Knight demanded. He's what we call a nightmare client. No? Nothing? Okay. Now I have this music sheet. I can perform it for you anytime. See, he only gives you that funny description of one sheet when you turn in multiples. So if you want to hear what he says, you have to turn in only one at a time. Alright, so let's see. We got Spin Ye Bottle, Strike the Earth, Decadent Dandy, the rival. Strike the Earth and the rival we already had. And that's it. So let's go ahead and Spin Ye Bottle. Love it! Alright, so let's go. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I want a meal ticket. And I'm going to get max magic from you. She just kind of gives it to you. I'll dazzle your palate in no time or less. Bon appetit, and pardon the mess. Ka-ching! And more max life. That took up a lot of our gold, but don't worry, that won't last too long. So let's tell the king that he has his kingdom back. King Knight reigns no more! Huzzah! Now I can rule Pridemore! Hurrah! I can't wait to greet old Plume and Beaky. They probably can't wait to see me. Wait, Plume and Beaky? They wouldn't happen to be feathered, armored griffins, would they? And you know what? Get back to me on that. Head to here, and if you didn't manage to find the flare rod, like I did, you can talk to Chester. Hey, you bought all the relics I had on hand. Don't worry, I'm already planning my next trip. So if you didn't find it, he would actually sell it, and I think for a higher price. Oh, and I forgot to mention this earlier. So there's another music sheet that we can turn in. I'll go ahead and do that real fast, and we'll switch the music up to something less intense. Oh, you have a music sheet. Please accept 500 gold as reward. Wonderful. Let's see here. Oh, you found the local happenstance. Last week I was barred from the juice bar. What are you, some kind of bartender? Get it? No? No. Now that I have this music sheet, I can perform it anytime. Alright. Let's see. Where'd it go? Where did it go? That's a good question. Is it in the first page? Local happenstance. And that's about it for now, since we don't really have enough money, I think, unless we have... Oh, we have enough for more max magic, so let's do that. Alright, so we're low on gold again, but we have more adventures to do. And digging, just to make him happy. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.